Welcome to my channel. Today I want to introduce you the world bestseller book, The Name. I'm sorry, I was the one who crushed your company. In this book, the important thing in consulting is dialogue, not methodologies and tools. Client companies should not leave management to consultants, but think more about themselves. This book claims PowerPoint that summarizes the medium-term management plan is useless. If you set numerical targets for business performance and manage them, new things will not be born. Maybe you can think of it too? Author Ferran Karen, co-founder of Operating Principles, business consultant. This book has very important points. Firstly, the consultant weapons, strategic planning, optimization process, numerical goals, performance management system, management model, human resources development program, leadership development, best practice are useless. Key point 2. The success of consulting project is the result of a good partnership between the client and the consultant, and cooperation between them is essential. Michael Porter creates a consultant weapon. This book speaks openly about how powerless the business tools that consultants often use, and more specifically, how confusing they are in the field. The first is the strategic plan. In 1980, Michael Porter, a professor at Harvard University and one of the founders of a consulting firm, published the book Competitive Strategy. The era of strategic consultants began, and the heyday was reached in the 1980s and the 1990s. Thanks to this Porter's model and checklist, the consultant got the method and solution. 5 steps to create a bad strategy. Let's look at the typical process of strategy development here. First, a company's success presupposes that the leader has a vision of the company's future. That is, it predicts the future. Hire a consultant to build a vision for the future, and the consultant will do enough research on the industry and its development before preparing the report. The consultant then brings together client executives to brainstorm their overall vision and strategic goals. Once the vision is complete, leaders make everyone in the organization believe it. In addition, management guides the entire company to pursue activities that lead to the realization of its vision. The following is a summary. 1. Predict the future. 2. Set bold goals based on expectation. 3. Persuade the people around you. Strive for the same goal. 4. Strive to achieve the goal. 5. Celebrate success. The author responds to this process. It wasn't Porter who thought of this. It was a collection of strategic ideas. And as a result, it was much poorer than individual ideas. It's because of this way of thinking that the company collapses and the employees lose their jobs, pointed out. Only a large amount of the material remains after the consultant leaves. The author said that much of the strategy has been learned from the memories of the Ulysses S. Grant, the Civil War general and the 18th President of the United States. Grant scrutinized the terrain and decided on how to deploy troops and command the battle. When the battle began, the original strategy was often forced to change, but the terrain was firmly in mind, which helped to devise a new one. And the other thing they also learned was Dwight D. Eisenhower, the 34th President of the United States. In his famous words, the author often quotes, although I was always reminded that the operation itself was useless in combat preparation. The act of planning a strategy is important. Just as combat doesn't go as planned, business rarely goes as planned. The problem is that people have believed that its strategic plan equals solution, but the plan itself has little value. Although renowned generals have shown, the process of planning is worth it. Gain insight and wisdom in making decisions by getting a firm grasp of industry trends, economic scenarios, competitive strengths and weaknesses, regulatory changes, and consumer feedback. In addition, it can flexibly respond to various changes in the situation. The important thing in strategy of formulation is to improve your intelligence. Even if you ask an outside consultant to analyze and plan, only many PowerPoints will remain if you leave the project. There is a big difference between spending weeks analyzing and summarizing the results yourself and reading and learning a report. The value of strategic development lies not in the completed report, but in the process of learning and discovering ourselves. The goal should be to utilize the capability of the company and acquire the wisdom to respond appropriately to the rapidly changing world. That way, when various opportunities appear in front of you, you will be able to identify yourself. That's all for this time. If there are many requests, I'd like to update this continuation. Thank you so much for watching my contents. See you next time.